back leg power turning kick involves the same pivot as the previous front leg kick in normal guard position. So we've just been working on from guard position, getting this pivot, getting this knee up, and that's the position that we need to now get to. The difference is the kicking leg doesn't start at the front, it now starts at the back because it has more room to come through. Perhaps we've done a sequence of moves first and then powered through. You watch a lot of Thai boxing, kickboxing, Taekwondo, MMA particularly, a lot of the cage fighting type stuff. If you can see that on YouTube, you'll see a lot of the turning kick. Very popular, very powerful kick. It's fast and it's not always so easy to block coming around the side. So from guard position there, kicking leg now is at the back. Remember, we've got that start position, that pivot position, where the knee points forward, the toes are pulled back, the foot is pulled back, and we make sure that foot is turned towards the back. We need to get to that position again. So that position is absolutely essential, whether you're doing the basic version that we started with here, whether we're doing the front leg version from here. That's what we call that chambered position, or that ready to kick position, is exactly the same. It's just where we start with our feet. The difference here now is obviously it's a back leg, but as it comes through, it's in exactly the same position as the first, the basic turning kick off the front leg, the more advanced turning kick off the front leg. The back leg is exactly the same. We've just got to basically pivot a little bit more. Again, a lot of students sometimes find this hard. They focus too much on what the foot is doing, the leg is doing, and not what the standing leg is doing. Focus on the standing leg. So from guard position from there, let's bring this leg through. Let's pivot the foot if you can. What you'll find is as this leg comes through, the speed of the knee coming round or the foot coming round almost allows you to pivot on the ball of the foot. Okay, so what we're aiming to do from here is allow that power and speed to get the turn. And in fact, probably one of the most important things I can show you out of all of this today is this chambered position, this ready to kick position. If you can get in that position fast, get it in the right position and hold it there. Now you wouldn't do that in a fight, but as an exercise to make sure your balance and technique is there, that's a really good exercise. And that's one you can do safely at home without causing any problems to kicking the wrong things or injuring yourself. So from here, we're going to bring this leg round. Obviously this is coming now round with speed. I'm slowing it down for demo. And we're going to pivot and turn that foot there. You can hold it there, okay? That's the position we're looking at. Body sideways on, we're still looking towards the target from here. And lean back from there. Get that pivot right, and then we can extend through with the leg, okay? So as soon as the leg starts to reach about the last little tiny sort of 10-15% of that finishing position, just before it reaches the full direction of the attacker or the target, we're going to extend. If you can, a lot of students tend to do this again in parts, that's absolutely fine. Pivot one, kick two. What we're going to aim to try to do is try to let this all flow together. So as we start to bring the knee around, before it's fully in position, a little bit back, 10, 15, 20% back, we're going to extend the leg through here and extend from there, okay? Let's go one more time from here and extend from there. See if you can step back each time, get yourself a bit of control. That's the back leg turning kick, and the pattern is exactly the same. From the basic, the front leg and the back leg is exactly the same. That chambered position has got to be sideways on, foot turned, knee points towards the target, certainly for impact, toes are pulled back, leg is nice and straight. There you go. That's the basic, more introduction level, beginner's turning kick, front leg turning kick, and the back leg power turning kick. I'm going to show you one more thing before we have a look at the Thai boxing one, and that is going to be a slightly more powerful front leg turning kick, which is slightly in between the two kicks we've just looked at, the front leg and the back leg turning kick. Again, hope you find this useful, a little bit more advanced, see how you get on. Okay, so let's have a look at a variation of the front leg turning kick, and a slightly more powerful front leg turning kick. This is kind of between the normal front leg turning kick and the back leg turning kick we've just been looking at. And what we tend to find is that we obviously have to start with the stance a little bit more open. So as we're fighting, what we tend to find is we can do this in two ways. We can do it with a more open stance. If I'm kicking this way, we start slightly more open, so we'd be moving around, and then we pull back from here, start the knee here, and extend from there. So we would find that we've got, rather than the knee just pointing from here, we've got a little bit of movement from back here through the target. So how we do that is obviously we just aim to get the stance open that little bit more. So I've gone from here to here, and obviously we just need a little bit more pivot. So as we bring the leg up, we bring the knee back, and then obviously we would turn with the foot, pivot with the foot. As the kick comes through, the pivot should happen anyway because of the movement of the kick, and we extend from there. So slight variation. This is harder to explain because it's so much better when we have apparatus to hit in front of us. So it's really hard to try and teach this one to thin air. But number one, to give you a little bit more power off that front leg, rather than your normal position, pivot and have the knee pointing towards the target, we start a little bit more open with our stance. Now the other version is, if we're finding somebody in the normal stance position, is as we pick the leg up, we actually take the knee further back. Okay, and what we do from here is then we go through and we extend through from there. So we get a little bit, again, a little bit of movement through the kick. We get a little bit of turn. If the knee is pointing just at the target, the power really comes from the extended leg. To get the extended power, we need the movement in the hip as well, which is how the back leg turning kick becomes so powerful. So just a slight variation on that front leg kick to give it a bit more power. It becomes a little bit more like the back leg kick. Two ways: more open stance, or as we raise the leg up, we take the leg back a little bit more. Some people, depends on the flexibility, prefer the first version, some prefer the back version. That one I'm just going to quickly show you. That one is definitely better to do on apparatus. You'll understand the difference in the power level, and you can let go a lot more when there's a target like a punch bag in front of you. Let's have a look now at the step through turning kick. So now let's get some movement behind the kick. So this is a more advanced version of the kick. So we're going to actually now sort of travel with the kick. So we're now going to do a step and a kick through. What we're aiming to do here is the kicking leg now is in front, but we're not going to use that leg straight away. We need to get a step. So here's our back leg turning kick. We've just been doing it, bringing this back leg through. We now take one step back. So our opponent is further away, they think they're safer. We're going to chase them. We're going to close that gap down. And we're going to do that by taking a step first. So really it's a back leg turning kick, just simply with a step first. Okay, it's just going to give us more momentum forward. So from the back leg, so basically go to your, for those that have been working on the back leg turning kick, go from your normal guard position, kicking from the back leg here, take that front leg step back one, and all we're going to simply do is step back to where we were, step one, and then as we start to continue the movement forward, we get the pivot. So it's a step and a pivot, and then the kick. Three parts to this really. So from here it's step, it's pivot, and it's extend through for the turning kick. Okay, so get it all sort of moving together. So again, kicking leg goes to the back. This is the kicking leg, sorry, the non-kicking leg goes to the back. Here's the kicking leg at the front, but we're actually about to do a back leg turning kick. Okay, but we have to step to make that a back leg turning kick from here. So the kick starts from there. So here is step, turning kick through, and step down or step back. Okay, try both methods. One more time. So again, from a guard position, a little bit of a tip here, shorten the stance slightly, helps us step through a little bit quicker. So again, it's step, begging pardon, start this way around, kicking leg in front, stepping leg at the back, step, pivot, kick through, and down to guard position. There you go, simple explanation. It's really pretty much the back leg turning kick. You've already done it. We looked at it previously in this video, just with a little step into that start position rather than going from a static position. There's the next level of the turning kick. Now let's have a look now, finally, very quickly, at a couple of variations from other styles. These are the Thai kickboxing turning kicks. A lot of people still do these in class, particularly when apparatus is in place. Difficult to do sometimes without a target there again. It's hard to get the power or understand the power. Good to have a punch bag for this. If you have one at home, use it. But this is the 3/4 or the Thai kickboxing style turning kick. Let's have a look at this one. So we're going to spend a couple of minutes looking at this variation. It can again come off the front leg or the back leg. Principle works the same. The difference here is, with the turning kick, is rather than getting the full turn, we work at a 45-degree angle. So the foot this time doesn't come all the way round to that 45-degree position at the back. It's going to make just a 90-degree angle. It's going to go to the side. And we're going to aim for the foot, the body to remain far more upright, which from a sparring point of view is very effective because your body here remains upright. You can come straight through with hands, more front pushing kicks. So it's very effective from a fighting position and remaining upright throughout the fight. A lot of these side kick, turn kicks, back kicks, if you're very flexible, you can keep a more upright position. For most of us, our bodies are turning away. We've got to then come back to be more back into a fighting position, use our hands and defend with our hands. So it is slightly more awkward for the more official way of doing it. So this is a faster way, and for some people, still quite a popular way, and it is acceptable, particularly on apparatus in the class. So we're going to turn that foot 90 degrees, a quarter turn, and what we're going to do now is we're going to pick the knee up, we're going to find the foot, the toes are pulled back as normal, but the foot this time, rather than being horizontal like that, and at the ankle the same height as the knee that we were looking at, it's going to be at a 45-degree angle, or slightly higher if you can. So from that position there, we keep the body upright, and we extend from there. So it's a front turning kick, but slightly more at a 45-degree angle. So it's kind of in between the front raising kick and the full turning kick. It comes along with that turning kick position. So it can also work off the back as we come through. I found, because of my flexibility, problems with the hips, I have to turn that foot a little bit more. You may prefer to do that as well, point the toes. But the difference is, now you can see, this is the back leg version, so exactly the same pivot, obviously not quite as much as previous. Keep the body upright, 45-degree angle, keep the toes pointed, and again, get the turn and flick through. So again, it's coming at a 45-degree angle from there. Back leg, front leg version, exactly the same. The good thing is you can almost get that back foot in position as you're sparring, raising it up, kicking through. So again, it's very good at coming, it's strong, it's a powerful kick, and it's quite good at coming under the guard. The turning kick's great, it's coming across, particularly head level as well for those who can do it. But this three-quarter turning kick, the Muay Thai kickboxing style turning kick, is very good at coming under the guard. So it's actually a better kick, more midsection, particularly in here. Okay, a little bit of a weak area here for defence, so it's a good position to try and get into. And of course then it's perfectly positioned from the turning kick, straight with the hands are ready to go. You're almost getting the hands happening directly after the kick. So certainly from a fighting style, this three-quarter turning kick is very effective. There you go, something a little bit different. We will definitely be doing more of these kicks, particularly this Thai boxing style kick, in the classes when we get to use the apparatus again. Thanks very much for watching, hope you enjoyed that. And what we're going to do now is I'm going to show you some of the turning kicks in action from the classes that we've recorded over the last couple of years. So here's the students now performing the kicks, the turning kicks, front and back leg, in class on a range of different apparatus. Enjoy.